Update here. This is what we got. We have a mess of wire here. It was so much I couldn't fit on the thumbnail. We have a new ONT, which is basically the interface that takes the fiber optic cable and turns it into your Ethernet. We've got 2.5 gigahertz. Yeah, gigs of 2.5 gigs of internet speed here. So the phone has 1.3, which I think is really cool. The computer gets 2.5, and everything is everywhere. And I'm not complaining, dude. The guy that came to the house did everything and more that I could have hoped for. Basically, he ran a fiber into this room, and my ONT is sitting right here. Now, you might say that's unacceptable for someone to leave, but he understood the task and knew that we were going to take care of that all. So what we're going to do is we're going to mount this. Cables are giving you anxiety. Yeah, me too. It's actually a problem. It's more of a problem because this one's actually fiber. This is actually a fiber cable. So, yep, we'll probably pull this back into the attic slightly. This one here is, yeah, we're done with the switch now. So we no longer need the switch. That's pretty cool. No more switch. This thing has double. This thing puts out lots of power. We should probably peel this off before the heat just ruins it forever. Actually, it's pretty warm. So we got our Eero 7s. We probably need to install a receptacle right there. We need to get rid of that cord. We need to do something with this Milwaukee banner. I don't know what we're going to do there. We're going to mount the ONT down there. You want to play with the fiber splicer so bad. Yeah. So, I don't know if I want to run pipe towards the corner. And then this is what it will look like. So this is what it will look like. Uh-oh. I think someone's at the door. Yeah, so it'd be like pipe in the corner. I don't know if I want that. Let me go see. Dog. Appreciate it. Oh, cool. Green leaf screwdrivers. We'll look at those later. We'll look at them up close right now. And then we'll look at them later. All right, so, yeah, pipe. Kind of want to put a box in the corner, 90. I don't know what I want to do here. I like the idea of this wall being blank, but I also kind of want a plug here. We got too many damn cords sneaking down here. I mean, I'm cool with this cord being here, I guess. We need to run a new circuit is what we should do. If I was smart, I'd run a dedicated circuit just for the internet. And we can do that too. I lost my slipper. So we've got some extra Romex in this panel that's already routed up there. And then I could just drop. We could just drop a receptacle up there. Because here's the deal. I can't have the internet go down while we're doing all the garbage that we do on this channel. And the only way to do that is to get it off of this circuit here. because sometimes, you know, sometimes you want to do some sketchy stuff and we just can't do that. Yo, what's up, Apache? We got fiber, dude. Fiber in the house. ONT. Fiber. He left it a haphazardly mess because he knew that I wanted to do it myself. So, that's okay. That is okay. But I want to get these up higher in the air. I want to leave this mounted. So I think what we're going to do, unfortunately, they ran the fiber in the same damn hole as everything else. So right now, if I touch something, there is a chance where this could turn off because this is plugged into God knows what. And then that will drop my stream. What was this thing run on magic? It has a power cord, right? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yes. So we're just going to run a new power. Doing billing and listening to Squirrel. Perfect. That's what we're going to do. I've decided what we're going to do. We're going to drop a whip of Romex right here somewhere. Center of the room, maybe. In front of the Milwaukee banner, have a shelf. Plug will be behind the Milwaukee banner, but we're going to be working right about here somewhere. Drill straight up. Install a receptacle. And then we're going to fish some Cat 6 down the wall to plug into this ONT. Right here. Of course, we could just leave this in the air too. But the fiber's down here. This is the problem, man. He ran the fiber down here. I don't know what to do. I don't know what we're going to do. One thing's for sure. I need a separate circuit. So that's what we're going to do. We're running a new circuit. Let's take inventory on what we have. Not that one. Not that one. Okay. We have a cutting box. We need a receptacle. Got a cover. Got some switches. And that's an old receptacle. Let's see if we have another one. Let's go out here. Surge. Oh. I don't know if I have any plugs. Yo, check out my clamping rigid workstation. That's pretty cool. Okay, we got more plugs here. We have a nail-on box. Switch. Okay, here we go. We got one receptacle. We have one receptacle. We got to make sure that it hasn't been used. Yeah, it looks okay. Okay, so we got one receptacle. We have a cutting box. We'll grab that because we can. Okay, we got everything we need. I'm I've already got the circuit in the panel, I believe. We got an extra breaker. And when Tools of Souls gets here, he can join in. So he's going to call. Maybe he's going to call. GFI, for shame, no receptacles. We found him. Okay, so we got breaker. That box is pretty deep. Be nice to have a shallower one, but we can work with this if we have to. And I need a ladder in here. We don't want to damage this fiber, because that's actually fiber. That's not just cable. And then, yeah, we got to build a shelf too. So we got a couple of things to do. Let's just start cutting somewhere. Worry about the consequences of that later. Stud finder. Build a ladder. Of course, as soon as we get offline, I find what I was looking for yesterday with the oh man, I'm so nervous around the internet, dude. It'd be nice to not have this on the same circuit. I'm actually looking forward to that. All right, this is what we were looking for yesterday. 6 dots. Put your cutting box perfectly. I gotta get the all messages up. There we go. All right. I think we're gonna wear a tool pouch this time. Probably throw this one on. I gotta put the phone down for 2 seconds. My ratcheting belt will not go tighter. Damn, that means I lost weight. Okay, let's drop this and this one. Okay. And that's a screw. Yeah, we can drop this one. There we go. Cool. Yeah, we want to go like right here. Okay. Sometimes if you don't just start, you end up overthinking it. Studs here, studs there. We're gonna go right here. Cool. We're gonna get a level. It's way easier with 2 people. What's going on, Jack? How you doing? We're just leveling our cutting box hole maker here. Hard to do with with one hand. I'll tell you that. Holy hell. They should put a bubble in these. Make it way easier to do this two-handed. It's be the hardest thing we do is level this shit with one hand because we're using a phone. Go down a little bit right there. Just keep holding it right there. Okay, so this thing has little pins. Push. You push the pins in and it makes those holes for you. What else do we want? Probably this multi-tool. We may as well make a dusty mess in here. Why not? It's a tool channel. If we don't make a dusty mess, why are you guys even watching? Sorry, I had to turn you guys sideways. Some things are just not possible without two hands. Make sure it's nice and crooked. Perfect. Turn it upside down. You know, it's actually got to be exactly where the hole is. Let me. Okay. Nice, we got insulation in there. All right. Perfect. Let's get a Klein. The Klein locking bit holder. FTW. Poor house was vinyl, I made it in, yeah. Saves not lying. Let's go with the 850. Again, the 850 for the win. Another reason why. Okay. We can do it the easy way or the hard way. Let's see if we get lucky. See how lucky we can get. Every once in a while, you know, you just get lucky. We're gonna leave a loop like this. That way it stays in the wall. We can go up in the attic, see if we can find it. I just closed the damn attic. Okay, so these Romexes here are spare. Chances are we don't get lucky because this is decked. So we'll have to see where the Romex is. All right. There's the wall there. Romex should be here somewhere. There's the decking that I was telling you about. Here's the new Romex that we just pushed up the ceiling. Okay, so we got lucky. That's good. I like getting lucky. Hail. Yeah. Am I standing on anything safe? Yeah, I am. Okay. We gotta go. Damn, I lost my slipper. Gotta grab this here. And we want to go around like this. Okay. And then we want to attach maybe to like that rafter and go up high, drop down on this rafter, connect to the Romex there. That would be nice. See if we can do it. Sorry, you guys are probably gonna get seasick. I will go get you guys a tripod. We got the slipper back. Okay, let's see here. What are we doing? Here's some staples. Staples. We'll get a couple. We need the hammer. Okay, we got our hammer. Hammer. Now we need to get the tripod, but I don't see it. This one will work. And maybe if we do that, yeah. Hopefully that grabs the phone. All right, let's go. Let's go up here. I think it's gonna be too tall. Ah, we're gonna have to shorten it. Shit. Hang on. There we go. All right. I'm gonna strap this up here. Give me a staple. Another reason why we don't use hammers. It's just not feasible. With the tight space we gotta bang in. I hate banging in tight spaces. Okay, let's get another staple here. Okay. Let's go around this PV, whatever the hell that is. Got it. Put another staple here. I drop down right here. How's everyone's Tuesday going? Okay, plenty of slack here. We'll grab onto one of these circuits. That'll be done. Cool. All right. So that's what we did there. And we did that. And we did that. Cool. What's going on, Doc? How's it going, man? I can't wait to get rid of that thing. Maybe. There's nowhere to set you guys. Damn. Okay. Perfect. Need the vacuum. Also need to turn off the heat in the house. All right. Let's get the vacuum for a second. We're trying to speed run this. That's good enough. I should have pulled this down slightly. There we go. I don't know what you guys can see from makeup. I think you guys are good. Just gonna shove this box, shove the Romex in here. Cannot reach. There we go. Last night we made that up before we even shoved it in the wall. Tonight we're going to make one up after we shove it in the wall. Or at least on the ladder. We're going to work on it on the ladder. I usually like to cut the Romex before I put it in the box. And feel like I can get you guys a better view. Hang on. Let's see if we can get you guys a better view. I think we can. Ha! No, this thing doesn't do that. Well, this will be risky. Hopefully we don't drop the phone. Don't drop the phone. Okay. If you see the camera shake, it's because the phone's trying to fall. No big deal. We're gonna go right here. Pull straight down. Hook that. Perfect margins right there. Automatic wrap. Now the screw should tighten the copper itself. We're gonna make sure of that. Nice and tight. Copper's closed. Let's get the neutral. We're gonna strip a tad more. I'm gonna bend the loop so you guys can see the difference there. So this is the loop method. This is why I prefer these wire strippers as opposed to like Knipex or something. Just gonna hook that on there like that. I dropped my screwdriver. The black outfit's pretty nice. Let's get the ground on here. And for the ground, I'm going to close it like that. I'm going to tuck the wires in using our thumb to fold. That's one. That's two. Now, before I install this, I don't know if I want the ground up or down yet. So we got to look at the type of plugs to see. Sometimes you want your wire up, sometimes you want the wire down. It just depends on what we are trying to plug in. So let's see what the task is. Is this a 3-prong or a 2-prong? That is a 3-prong, which means I want my ground up. Perfect. So let's do this with a so there's got to be a bit around here that'll work. Within reach. Go ahead and stick this in right now. Now we're trusting our automatic box measurer a little bit too much here. We're going to find out. Hopefully I don't drop this camera. Shove this back up in the attic. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Okay. Nice. Left our level here for a reason. I'm going to slide that over just a touch on the top. Very nice. I don't know if you guys can see that. Glare is terrible. There you go. Perfectly level. A little control screwdriver here. .3/16 is actually the weapon of choice for this. This is almost too small and will lead to screw damage. So don't be installing your customer screws. See how it's like prone to too much flex on either side? You want the perfect fitting screwdriver when you install your trim screws. No doubt about it. 3/16 is the proper size, which is right here. There we go. Come on, man. There we go. Nice. I feel like that can go one more turn tighter. There we go. All right, yeah. A little bit too tight, actually. You can see it on camera really good. Can't see it when it's not on camera. Cool. Okay, Milwaukee banner goes back up. Perfect. So that's where our internet is going to plug into. Then our box will mount somewhere here for a shelf. Wi-Fi box will go somewhere here. We're going to go make up that cord. What do we need? We need a square. Number two. Number two. Here. I want a Milwaukee. What are you doing? I want a Milwaukee tip here. Magnet. And I want this drill. That's what I want. All right. Okay. We might get you guys a different view. So how good that magnet is. It's a really good magnet. I'm gonna get you guys a different tripod. This one's no good. Let's go with this one. Aha! Okay. I think I can turn the lights on here. Turn the lights. We have lights. Okay. Spare right here. One of these spares. So we have them labeled spare for a reason, because they are extra. Let's see here. We need to trace those out. So we're going to have to, let's just pull one. Okay. Put our freaking wire stretcher on it as much as I possibly can to land right there. That's the idea. couple of reasons we pulled that longer. One, wires aren't exposed. We got this much more protection. Two, it's gonna look like crap if I didn't. So now we're gonna have the grounds exposed. Pull them up and out of the way. Grounds go up here, so we're gonna leave the grounds up. Push these back down here. We want to land them right there. Grounds gets landed somewhere there. Before we land this, we got to make sure that it is what we want. So let's check with a stick of sorts. Let's go over here. This is my temporary panel, and my generator is active. We still have a screw on here. The magnet's incredible. This panel's never been energized. It's just for show. One of these wires here goes to those panels. Hey. That's fine. Yeah. No, just use a debit card. Debit card's cool. Yep, gotta go. Bye-bye. All right, so yeah, power's off. Power's already off. This thing's never energized. One of these goes over here, so we're going to reroute it. As it comes down here, we're gonna find it and chop it off, basically is what we're doing. Let me get a circuit toner tracer thing. I'm gonna go with the toner. Let's go over here now. All right, so we're gonna go to this black wire here, like that. We're gonna go to the ground up here, as you should. Turn this on. Make sure everything's plugged in. Put it on alternating tone. We're gonna dial it in now. Set it to the lowest sensitivity. Bump it up twice. Bump it down one more. Maybe one more. Okay, so we got, that's the last setting. Cool. Not beeping there, not beeping there, not beeping any of those. Only that one. So now when we come over here to this panel, one of these breakers here, because remember this is off, it is never connected. That's fairly low right there. That's pretty high. That's pulsing on 2 right there. See your pulse? See a kind of pulse on 2? It's kind of bouncing. This one right here. Solid. So this is our wire. So we're going to I don't know if I can get on that. Don't ever put a drill on breakers unless you're in reverse. All right, so there's our wire here. And to check that, there's one other thing we can do. We're gonna find the neutral that goes to it though. I gotta zoom you guys out. This is why. Let's get a flat head on that. Cool. So that's it there. One other check we can do before we proceed with this, and that would be to touch these together and then verify. Why is this thing still zoomed in? Touch these together and then verify continuity when we do that. So we'll do that real quick too. Bunch of different methods we can make sure we grab the right wire before we land it in the panel. So what we're gonna do, we got continuity here like this. Turn it back on. Off first, on back, yeah, there you go. Okay, continuity, right? We touch the neutral and the hot, we don't get any beeps. Okay. We come over here, like this. And we use this clamp to connect the neutral and the hot together, if we can. Come on. Like that, I think like that. Let's go see. Now these should beep together, and then we know we definitely had the right wire, because it's a mess up in there in the attic. Let's see. There you go. So we definitely got the right wire. So with that, now we can do a couple of things. This panel's never been energized. It's never gonna get energized. So we can just, whatever, just cut this off now. And pull that piece of wood out of the way. Pull this up in the attic where it came from. Let's go pull that up real quick. So I don't want to mix up the wires. This is the unmistakable way to not mix up your wires. Okay. Right here. Here's my wire here. Okay, that's this wire here. That comes from the panel. This right here. We're gonna make these two up in the junction box. This one's coming up there, shooting across where we nailed it, stapled it, tying back down there. And that's what goes to our plug. Right there. Let's close this panel, just in case the kids come home. So now we know we got the right wire. We can just land this right now. One's gonna go here to this neutral. And I got a P2R2 here. Okay. Got the hot. It's right there. Okay, I didn't have a screwdriver on me, so I wanted to land those so they weren't just bouncing around the panel. Was not prepared. Let's make sure we got a good connection on that. Right there. It's a very nice fit on the screwdriver. If you guys haven't tried the Klein ball grip, man, it's a game changer. Okay, now this panel, the breakers send the power to the screws. So we are just basically done right here. We'll tuck these wires in. We'll use the volt claw here in a second. Tuck them in. Get them where we want them. We gotta land this ground, which I don't have a whole lot of room to do. I almost don't want to zoom in because it's so sketchy, but we'll zoom you guys in. I will take off my ring for this part. Okay, we should sneak it right behind this one because we can double lug grounds. You can't double lug neutrals. We can double lug grounds all day. Of course, the one I picked is right behind the neutral. Go figure. This one looks pretty good too. We'll go for this one. Okay. I'm gonna sneak this behind there and land it right there. It is so close, yet so far. Like, I really need a ladder. It's like a stand in this dog food. No, I can't. Maybe we can reach now. Trying to not put very many tools in this panel. But you know, sometimes it just makes you. I'm going to change the angle, that way you guys can see, but my head's not in the way because I can't see what I'm doing. But we'll let you guys see what we're trying to do. There we go. Let me get some needle nose. And a flashlight. Did it hold it? one. Need another ground bar. Ha. Oh, so close. Try again. Right there. Give me my pliers back. There we go. There we go. That's both of them in there. That's a pain. All right, so that's both of them right there. No, sorry, that's both of them right there. That's the loose screw. You know, just rub it up against the hot conductor in your panel. No big deal. There we go. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we got that lid. We got that. That's our spare. It's still tighten that tie wrap. We have one more spare in our panel to play with. Cool. We got the breaker for that. Okay, we're gonna make this up now. I got a box for it. Had a box for it. I need a cover. I need a cover. I got a single gang cover inside. Yeah, we can do that. Perfect. I need wire nuts. And we're gonna use the best wire nuts ever, of course. 3M. I gotta catch up with the chat. Don't break the bank. Add a blank plate. Yep, we got a blank plate. Make sure I'm out of your way. Let's see. Oh, we can use that. And can we rip it? Or do I need more tools? Come on, ground. You know you wanna. Not the walk of shame for more tools. We tried. We tried. I'm wearing a tool pouch. I don't know what I'm doing here. I hate these boxes because they grab the wire. They're just kind of cheat. When I see them, I think these boxes cheat. I'm just going to leave that like that, where the wires stop moving. I don't know what you guys can see. Let me see here. What can you see? Oh, you can see it pretty good. It's a nice wide camera. All right, so what we got is we got the huts. Put the grounds in this corner down here. I don't know if you guys can see the makeup. It doesn't matter. We're speed running this because kids are coming home. Angela's bringing burgers. You already know from where. So deep my thumbs get in there. That's where the wire is back there. All right, don't be a double gang blank. Okay, this is the one time we're going to go against code on this channel. And we have a history of it. It is... Let me find my screw gun. It is installing these damn covers, man. You're not supposed to use sheetrock screws, but I'll be damned if I'm going to sit there for 5 minutes and screw in a flathead. I've got staples too, so we can support all this. Hang on. We're gonna nail it right there. I don't know if I can set you guys anywhere. Oh well, You don't have to wait. Here we go. Ta-da! We'll staple it up after. I think. Yeah, we'll just staple it up right there. It'll be fine. Yeah. We gotta close the panel. We also gotta put the breaker in. So let's put the breaker in. I'm gonna put a plug tester in here. Okay. These breakers have those hooks right there, pretty aggressive. They gotta go way in there to snap it in. So they almost go out like this. They hook back there. I want to show you the hook. See the hook? See that? They hook way in there. There we go. Let's turn it on. Hey, perfect. And we have power. 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 Perfect. All right, now we gotta close the panel. We can try this vessel. Of course, we might regret life. We can try it. We will try it. We also need to break the last thing right here. This one. Cool. That worked okay. I don't want them too tight because we want to adjust this a little bit if we can. There we go. This thing has no power, but it is fast. So I don't know how I feel about it. Yo. Yeah, we're kind of picking up now, but yeah, you want to go live? All right. All right, we're gonna bring Mr. Tools and Souls on, and then we'll be right back. I'm gonna send him the link so he can join in on the fun. Okay, so just run drywall screws through it all. Okay, let me check the chat to make sure I didn't miss any questions, and then if I did miss any questions, join back in on the next live we're doing, because we are going to do a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. Breaker, knockout. Yeah. Perfect. Spaghetti panel. Thank you, sir. Holy shit show of it, man. half the panel in violation. Don't look at the table in front of the panel. You'll be fine. Staples hammer, add a blank plate. OE break next. And sorcery. I don't think we're supposed to land the Cat 5e. Flashlight girl. Hey, Rue. Hey, Rue, I got your flashlight. I found it again. I need to send it to you. I just need to label it Rue's flashlight. Look. It's in this box here. And it disappears in this box because the box is black and the flashlight is the same color. But it's right here. And I found it again. So I'm sending you this flashlight. This is Rue's flashlight. And it's right here. Everyone remember. Damn. It's right there. Everyone remember where it is. Okay, start another live. See you guys. Appreciate it. We've got, what else we got to do? I've got to plug the Eero in. Oh, let's do that. We'll drop the stream. We'll plug the Eero in. We'll plug it in up there, and we'll start making a shelf for the Eero. And then we'll make a shelf for this, and then all this will plug in. And at some point, we're going to have to pull the internet and possibly drop the stream. But right now, we're going to end the stream, plug this in, and then go from there. See you guys.